We're inching closer to the weekend, which means we're closer to the Super Bowl. Excitement and nerves are building up as we get ready for the Niners to face the Chiefs for the Lombardi Trophy. Let's talk about what to expect ahead of the game with the host of 49 Carats podcast, Steph Sanchez. Steph, I said on Twitter just now, or X, sorry, just now, my first question is, will the 49ers play better on defense? That, I believe, is the key.
Well, they definitely have to, right? And I know there were a lot of questions about the effort that the 49ers showed against the Lions in an NFC Championship game. I have to imagine it's been addressed because Shanahan, Wilks, Lynch, and I think about every defensive player was asked about it in the last 2 weeks. So you get the sense they got the message loud and clear. They know this is the biggest game of their lives. I'd expect an all-out effort from that group come Sunday.
Yeah, you know, the run is obviously what a lot of 49er fans have seen that they're soft on, but also the secondary, right? So Patrick Mahomes, obviously, he's the new Tom Brady, in my opinion. He's the guy. He's like Joe Montana, Tom Brady. You don't want to pick against them, but they can be beat if you have a good defense, and that includes good cornerbacks and safeties.
Yeah, Steve Wilks warned his players that defending against Patrick Mahomes is really like defending two plays in one. If you succeed at flushing him out of the pocket, he can scramble or he can find Kelsey. So they need to stay disciplined the entirety of the play. Look, you're not going to stop Mahomes, but they can make his life a little bit harder. And people think Mahomes and immediately think this unstoppable offense, but they were shut out in the second half of the AFC Championship game. So, like you said, it kind of could be done, and it's going to take all 11 guys on defense to make it happen.
One last question here, and that's about the offense. Brock Purdy, a lot of the national analysts have, kind of downcast him, but I think that's good for that kid because he's quiet. He doesn't admit it. But I think that it's a chip on his shoulder, Steph, that helps him.
Yeah, it definitely does. And he's proven in the playoffs that these moments aren't too big for him. Super Bowl is a different beast, right? But he's made of the right stuff. He still has yet to lose a playoff game that he started and finished, so you have to feel confident in him. He got some advice from Joe Montana, and it was trust the game plan, trust Kyle Shanahan, get the ball out to his playmakers. We've seen him do that, so I think he's going to be ready and locked in for this game.
I invite our viewers to look for Nick Bosa impersonation on YouTube or wherever you find, because Steph, you were featured doing the Nick Bosa thing. I am so happy for you. Nick Bosa himself replied. You were on Good Morning Football, which is one of the major shows. Steph, you have arrived, my friend.
It's been a really crazy week. It's been awesome. But what would make this week even better is if the 49ers take this sixth Super Bowl home.
Absolutely. From your mouth to God's ears, Steph. Thank you for joining us. We'll be talking to you again soon. Steph Sanchez from 49K Podcast. Great podcast, by the way, if you haven't hooked up with it yet. Thanks, Steph.
Thanks, Al. Go Niners.
Go Niners. Let's go back.